political leadership.
And we must learn how to be disciplined.
Because business is about managing relationships.
In the spirit of reciprocity.
Walmart is committed to being a part of this conference now and in the future.
It is important that we support those who support us.
And Ford buys more goods and services from black businesses than any other company in the industry.
And we know who they are.
Build it, and they will come. For more than 3 years, George Fraser and a legion of business partners and staff have been building the Power Networking Conference. And now, the conference is bigger, better, bolder. The Power Networking Conference brings together dozens of decision makers from blue-chip companies that want to benefit from the more than $600 billion spending power of the African American consumer market.
And with all the growth coming from people who look like me, we must do something. Ford understands that. That's why we're here. This is a very important part of creating jobs. Most of the jobs that are created in this country come from small businesses. This networking conference is helping small businesses grow, teaching them how to utilize tools to make their life successful. So on Ford's view, this is important for the growth of our community. This is important for our country. It's important for Ford's business. That's why we're here.
It's important for them to understand that black people will basically support the companies who support them. And Ford, for example, spends more money, $4 billion, with people of color.
Hundreds of entrepreneurs, professionals, and business executives gather in Cleveland each year for 4 days of intense training and the art of effective business networking. The Power Networking Conference gives attendees unprecedented access to dozens of America's most brilliant business minds that make up the Power Networking faculty.
Oh, it's well organized, and I didn't bring a lot of material on myself. I'm hoping to make a lot of connections, and next year when I come back, I may have a booth.
I love it. I was here last year, and that's why I'm back here this year. You know, not just the networking aspect of it, but the educational aspect of it, because I went to the workshops, and it was very beneficial.
I feel that this will be a great opportunity to see great speakers, such as Les Brown, Stedman. Who else is going to be here? Suzanne DePass and Russell Simmons, so it should be very interesting.
I have my mentor with me today. This is actually a first time for me, so this is an overwhelming experience. And we're just, you know, she's showing me how to network and how to introduce yourself and introduce what you do as a company and to see, you know, who can help who.
People are networking here. People are dreaming big because of this conference. They'll go out and make things happen that may no doubt would have never happened. But it's because of the people they met, the advice that they received, the inspiration they received while they were here, the knowledge they received. So, I mean, this conference is #1 in my book.
Forward-thinking corporate decision makers know and understand that it is smart to put their sponsorship dollars in the Power Networking Conference.
The Power Networking vision is in line with the Walmart and Sam's Club vision. We are all committed to providing the resources and doing things that are necessary to empower the men and women of color.
Well, we sponsored the conference because we are in business for small business, and small businesses are our primary customer, and we're there to help them start their business, nurture and grow their business. And George is here imparting information to help black business people be successful, so it's a natural partnership and a great strategic alliance for us.
And in George Fraser, everything he does is first class, but it gives us an opportunity to not only network and get out there with our agents, but also our district managers to get out there and try to recruit and hire agents and to get them in entrepreneurial situations.
Now we know that our customers are different than what they used to be 20 years ago. And a lot of times we have to go where they are, and they tell us we need to come to some of these events like this because that's where they are.
The conference's huge business expo floor gives sponsors terrific opportunities to maximize diversity initiatives and interact with prospective new customers. Plus, live interviews with key sponsors on the Power Networking's digital television network are continuously broadcast throughout the convention center, giving sponsors maximum exposure.
Corporate America would be crazy if they didn't come here and invest in sponsoring something like this. You have probably the most hungry Black America here to do well, and that's where corporate America needs to be.
It's terrific, but than I expected it to be. I've known George Fraser for many years. We're great friends, and he always puts on a class act. And just the idea of having major American corporations come together and recognize and acknowledge the quality of African Americans has got to be very uplifting and encouraging for everyone who comes in contact with it.
Year after year, the Power Networking Conference features a host of very high-profile celebrities who share the vision of the conference organizers and corporate sponsors.
It's not about whether I can become a millionaire or not. It's how many people that I help become a millionaire. That's what I'm going to be really about. That's what God has blessed me to be able to make it, but also I got to now help others to make it too at the same time.
Because business is about managing relationships. Business is about forming new relationships and honoring relationships and having the integrity within those relationships.
I think this is absolutely fantastic. You know, first you have to have access to people if you're going to get anything going at all. And I think the people that George has brought here, George Fraser has brought to Cleveland, you know, is so impressive in so many different areas of, you know, industry and business. I think it's great.
From the very compelling plenary sessions and town hall meeting to the very informative workshops and nightly entertainment, the Power Networking Conference is the place for people and companies who are serious about business.
I like it because it has some basic things that one, communication. Where there's communication, there's cooperation, and where there's cooperation, there's coordination. And then when you have coordination, you got power.
Become a part of the Power Networking Conference and benefit from the conference's extensive national promotions and public relations campaign. More than 17 national media partners help generate 500 million media impressions valued at nearly $2.5 million. Take advantage of tremendous opportunities to meet face-to-face with new and existing customers. Showcase your company's products and services to hundreds of businesses and individuals. Network with other blue-chip companies and the power brokers of the 21st century. The Power Networking Conference, 4 very important days during the month of June on corporate America's business calendar.